When Black Sister was heartbroken and at a loss, Xiaomei suddenly appeared from behind. Surprisingly, she wasn't dead. While feeling relieved, the shark attacked again. Without much time to think, they desperately paddled towards the kayak. When they got closer, Black Sister quickly reached out to grab Xiaomei and pull her up, but unexpectedly, she lost her grip and fell down again. Seeing the shark right in front of them, they held hands again and tried their best to climb up, successfully escaping the shark's bite at the last moment. However, the unsuccessful shark didn't give up and took advantage of their inattention. It sprinted for 100 meters and crashed into the kayak from behind. The huge impact immediately knocked them into the water. Learning from their previous experience, they floated to the surface and quickly leaned on each other's backs, being cautious of any shark attack from behind. However, the shark unexpectedly dragged Black Sister underwater when she least expected it. Seeing Black Sister in another danger, Xiaomei didn't hesitate and swam away towards the kayak. But the other shark, who failed to catch Xiaomei, turned its head and charged towards her. Fortunately, Xiaomei swam fast enough and managed to climb onto the kayak before the shark could bite her. After regaining some strength, Xiaomei didn't dare to stay still and quickly paddled the kayak towards the nearby reef. However, the shark didn't give up and started to aggressively hit the kayak. In a desperate situation, Xiaomei held onto the edge tightly to prevent herself from falling down. After several unsuccessful attacks, the enraged shark bit through the kayak. Xiaomei realized the situation was dire and grabbed the paddle, desperately paddling towards the reef. As it got closer and closer, the shark couldn't resist anymore and accelerated from behind towards Xiaomei. In a critical moment, Xiaomei made a quick decision. She threw the paddle and immediately abandoned the kayak, choosing to swim over. Just as expected, the next moment, the shark shattered the kayak with its bite. The empty-handed shark chased after Xiaomei, but with her protagonist's halo, she managed to escape one step ahead of the shark and climbed onto a bamboo board. Exhausted, Xiaomei couldn't rest and quickly found a signal gun from the emergency box on the bamboo board. She shot it into the sky while waiting for rescue. Suddenly, a figure floated over not far away. It turned out to be her best friend, Kuihua. Without much time to be happy, Xiaomei quickly threw the long rope to Kuihua. She knew that she had to pull Kuihua over before the shark noticed her. However, the sound of swimming still alarmed the shark, and it crazily attacked Kuihua. In a life-or-death moment, the two of them tried their best and managed to climb onto the bamboo board before the shark pounced on them. It was really close, almost losing their lives. Just then, two rescuers arrived on a speedboat. Xiaomei was about to regain hope, but to her surprise, these two weirdos didn't rescue them first. Instead, they stood at the bow of the boat with harpoons, ready to fight the shark. As expected, one of them was immediately knocked into the water by the shark. The companion hurriedly reached out to save him, but ended up losing his own arm. While he was screaming in pain, the shark unexpectedly attacked him, and they both fell into the water. In this way, both unlucky guys lost their lives. The hope that had just ignited was extinguished again, and Xiaomei burst into tears. Now, the only way to survive was to swim over and start the speedboat. But in order to safely reach it, they had to kill the shark first. So the two of them came up with a plan. They tied one end of the rope to a loose boulder, and Kuihua stood on the bamboo board, pulling the rope tightly. Xiaomei took the risk and jumped into the water, using herself as bait to attract the shark. As expected, 3 sharks smelled the bait and rushed towards her. Seeing that the sharks fell into the trap, Xiaomei quickly climbed onto the bamboo raft. Kuihua seized the opportunity and pulled the rope with all her strength. As a result, one shark in the front got its head blown off. Now, there were only 2 sharks left. The sisters took advantage of the situation and broke off 2 stones from the reef, smeared them with blood, and threw them into the distance. The bloodthirsty sharks immediately ran towards the scent of blood. Xiaomei took the opportunity to swim quickly towards the speedboat. However, the shark soon realized and turned to chase her. In a moment of crisis, Xiaomei hurriedly turned back, but the shark was faster than her. At this critical moment, Kuihua courageously drew out a 20-meter machete and jumped into the water, fighting the shark. Kuihua rode on the shark's head and stabbed it wildly. This fierce attack confused the shark. Meanwhile, the other shark approached from the side, Fang came around and bit Kuihua's thigh. In a critical moment, Kuihua fiercely stabbed her eye with a 20-meter-long knife. The two of them finally took the opportunity to escape. Seeing her best friend severely injured and unconscious from being bitten by a shark, Xiaomei became extremely angry and immediately picked up a harpoon gun to avenge her friend. She sat on the edge of the bamboo raft and used her feet to splash the water surface to attract the shark. After a while, the shark was once again lured over. This time, Xiaomei did not back down but chose to confront it head-on. Just as the shark opened its huge mouth and attacked, Xiaomei pulled the trigger and shot it through the throat, successfully taking it down. Seeing her companion being dragged into the sea by the enraged shark, Xiaomei didn't have time to grieve. While the shark was busy with her friend, she quickly jumped into the water and swam desperately towards the speedboat. The paralyzed shark chased after Xiaomei again. After escaping onto the boat, Xiaomei didn't dare to delay for a moment and hurriedly tried to start the engine. But at this moment, she found a shark on the boat. Xiaomei didn't dare to delay and quickly tried to start the engine, but unfortunately, the engine wouldn't start. Xiaomei instantly broke down in despair. In her desperate moment, she saw an oxygen tank on the boat and her hope was reignited. She immediately tied the 20-meter-long knife tightly to the oxygen tank. When the shark charged at her, Xiaomei seized the opportunity, picked up a wrench, and smashed open the valve. The powerful pressure instantly sent the oxygen tank flying, and the sharp object pierced through the shark's head. And so, the last shark was defeated.